I'd like you to help me in welcoming back Pop. He's back from his carpal tunnel and he's up to the task.
I'm hungry, ready to go. This is our breakfast today.
Okay, so we're going to start with a little Q&A today. Where are we today?
At John's Roast Pork.
Okay, and have you been here before?
Many times, many times.
Okay.
It's breakfast time right now. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Why are we here at 10?
We want to beat the crowd and get started, and you couldn't sleep.
This has been here for a long time. Do you know when it started, when they opened?
As far as the signs go, 1930, but I didn't know that back then. We used to go to Pat's Steaks because I loved roast pork, and somebody told us about this years later when I was able to drive, and since then I've been coming here for my roast pork.
I'm really glad that you mentioned Pat's, actually, because that was kind of a landmark historical date in Philadelphia hit sandwich history. That was also when Pat started.
I didn't know that either.
Okay. I know the name is John's Roast Pork, but this place is famous for its cheesesteaks. We've had those before here as well.
They're also very good.
This is an iconic place. It's taken us a little while to get here, but we keep getting requests to come. If you remember Chi, he recommended Marinucci's, and he is a self-proclaimed opinionated senior citizen, and like I said before, we have our own with us today.
I'm also a senior citizen. I'm very opinionated.
Passionate. We like to call it passionate.
Very passionate.
So thanks for joining us on the adventure. We're going to check it out. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you tell a friend, and we'll see you outside again after we order. So we're actually very, very privileged today. We just popped in, and Mr. Bucci, John, like third generation here, I actually had a chance to sit down, talk, and share some time together. I really appreciate it, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
It's nice being with your dad. Yeah, that's very nice. My brother-in-law, he hated on my brother-in-law.
Okay.
My brother-in-law, George. I'm very close to my brother-in-law, my sister. So I kind of idolized him. So he hated onions. And I remember going to a cheesesteak place in the area. I won't say which one. And there was an onion on his sandwich.
And he could say,
He
yeah.
threw the whole sandwich away.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
That's been like, wait, oh, that's a grill for onions and one for not.
Yeah.
That's pretty specialized.
Yeah, you know, and then it's not just steaks with onions. We do chicken steaks on this grill.
Right.
We do any egg sandwiches.
Like, are you the one responsible for introducing? Because my understanding it was pork, and it was pork, and really good pork, and then, but to make it kind of an elite sandwich place.
Here, I started, like my father, he sold cheesesteaks, but they were terrible. They were the worst.
But like wasn't really into it. He was a pork guy.
He was an auto mechanic. He wasn't even a pork guy.
Okay.
He preferred, like, seriously.
Sounds like my dad, actually.
We were always known for the pork, you know, like, and we were recognized for the pork. But in 2002, there was these 4 high school kids. They were senior project at Lower Merion High School to find the best cheesesteak, quote unquote ultimate cheesesteak.
Right.
I mean, I can show you. I have an article somewhere like on a plaque. These 4 high school kids, they make it. Now you got to remember the context of time. This was in 2002. It was before the internet. It was before all these lists of best cheesesteaks. So it was kind of revolutionary.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
So anyway, so this photographer shows up, and he's like, I'm here for the cheesesteak. And I say to him, like, the kids hired you? Like, and he's like, no, because I work for the Inquirer. This is going to be Sunday's Inquirer.
So this has been like you're like at the groundbreaking from the beginning, literally.
Like, did we win?
Oh.
And he's like, I don't know. He says, but the way I'm thinking, why would I be taking pictures of the losers? Fast forward to Sunday, and we get the newspaper delivered. And I go down to my driveway, I run downstairs and pick it up, and I go upstairs in the bed and open up my wife. Comes out the article, and I see like a cheesesteak, and it was, I did to my wife, I was like,
that looked like yours? I know that child.
You know, so, and these kids, they all turned out to be very good, like, you know, successful kids. Like, one's my dentist, you know,
Wow.
he's my dentist.
Okay.
You know? They did a wonderful job. That's my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's when it was open.
And then when the COVID hit, we had to keep people outside.
Okay. Yeah, this is new for me.
You know, ultimately, it was for the best, right? Because it's much more organized.
Right.
It's much more streamlined. You know, of course, you lose the ambiance of the old place. Like the people used to call me the pork Nazi, or the soup Nazi, because I used to yell. It wasn't. The thing was, like, I waited on a lot of blue collar workers when I had to get back to work. When we started to be tourists, they would be in line and they wouldn't know what they wanted. They'd be like, "Oh, geez, I don't know. What do you think I should get?" And I'm like, "Next." You know?
And you don't have instructional signs like some places.
You know.
So how we doing with the field test?
Feels like,
Little workout?
oh, we're coming in heavy, just
Yeah,
like a 747. You know, a lot of people, a lot of fuel left. We're coming in heavy.
Okay, so now for the moment, not we all, but you in particular have been waiting for
Yes, I have. Yes, I
a
have.
couple of days. Growing up, eating that other pork sandwich, being told about this one, and here we are.
Here we
How
are.
many years is this now?
Oh, too many to remember. Too many to tell these people.
Well, it's been around for a long time. You've been around
I'm
for
around.
a little while.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah,
around.
uh-huh.
Place has been around since before you, though. Actually.
Yeah, it was
No
here before
kidding.
me.
All right.
Like 6 years before I was born. Now you know how old I am.
Okay, you're doing the rearrange.
Yeah,
Getting thumbs, pressing the goods in. Okay, this is we ordered the small on this one. So okay, so this is definitely. I mean, the large is considerably bigger than this. Cheers.
I'm in heaven.
Is it the way you remembered it?
La da da da. Oh yeah, yeah. It's really
It's the standard
juicy,
spices, yeah.
flavorful.
These are like, even though you get a juicy, tender, well-made, succulent kind of cheesesteak, roast pork goes that extra mile always because it's kind of got that au jus, that sauce that goes with it. Here we have the sharp provolone as well. Makes a big taste
I
difference.
just got a mouthful of that. That was really, really good.
And I just got a hunk flying out of the sandwich on a bite. I think given the option, always go with that. This also has the sauteed spinach on it, nicely seasoned, which isn't interesting. This is an option because very many places offer.
Broccoli rabe. It's more tender, I believe, than the broccoli rabe and has a better, different taste, but I prefer the spinach.
I do too, for the bite, especially from the bite size. So sometimes it feels like you're biting into a bush when you
Yeah.
get the broccoli rabe
Right.
a little bit. Although I know there's a lot of broccoli rabe fans out there that would never even consider that option. Texture on these is always amazing. It's tender, juicy, sitting in that juice, all put together on the roll. And you don't really like a soggy roll, but that's more than acceptable when it's in a pork sandwich.
You can't help it.
It ain't been around for over 70 years for no reason whatsoever. It's an iconic sandwich. It's an iconic place that has really evolved over the years since 1930, adding the cheesesteaks in the first place and then really developing them into one of the best cheesesteaks in the city. Generations evolving, taking it to the next step all the way through, going through the pandemic, changing the operations inside. Added like a lot of grill space. Used to be a building that you could walk through, place your order, pick it up and walk out. The pandemic changed all that, so it was a little surprise for me to see the outdoor ordering window and pickup window. So, and exactly where we're sitting, they've expanded the seating with a number of picnic tables, basically, and exactly where we are sitting right now. Originally, there was a wooden building here called,
And they called it the shack at the time.
right. And this is also like I think John's Lunchbox has had a number of different names.
I think I'm going to finish.
I don't think there's any way of keeping you from finishing that.
The provolone keeps coming through.
Provolone, sharp provolone, good to the last drop. We're down to this beast of a cheesesteak, and I mean that in the very best sense. We knew this before, we've had this before, and like I said, I stayed away from it a little bit because we knew it was great, but there's like really long lines, and I wasn't sure about the quality of what we could bring. But I was like so happy to be able to have an opportunity to talk to Mr. Bucci, John Bucci, third generation guy, and now we're sharing the sandwich.
I said we were here for breakfast. It's now brunch.
Yeah, we've been here for a little while, shooting. Little breeze, that paper might float away, but this cheesesteak is going nowhere. I don't know the amount they don't advertise, but been to 1 pound cheesesteak places, and this has got to be up there. This is totally 100% fully stuffed. So even as I'm talking and pulling this apart, like it's just the meat is just falling out of the sandwich. Pure. We got I could taste the sharp provolone on that little piece that I just had. And we got steak, onions, provolone cheese. Let's see what our opinionated senior citizen has to say about this. You can see the cheese pull all the way through. There's like a little spider web going on just with that bite. Absolutely 100% packed bite. Impressions?
I'm never disappointed.
And you said you've been coming here for years, like getting
Well,
big.
because I'm a roast pork guy. I don't know if everybody knows that. And when I found
I
out,
think we know that.
I used to go someplace else to roast pork, and somebody said, you got to try John's. Just about then, I had my license. I tried John's. And keep coming back to John's.
It's become a tradition for you, a personal tradition,
oh.
basically. Seeded roll seems to be the norm. Obviously fresh. They do so much volume here that everything here is absolutely fresh. I'm particularly impressed with the seasoning in the steak, to be honest with you. A lot of people don't put too much seasoning on. They keep it plain so that you can add what you want. This has a very, very nice... Hi, how are you today? But this is seasoned really, really well, I think, personally. And the cheese all the way, and the cheese just running through with every bite. It's... I could understand why this is pretty much the iconic and why this has become really literally one of the most loved and famous steaks in the city, to be honest. There's just so much. It's uncontainable for the most part. Can you taste the pepper and the seasoning in there?
Yes, I can.
I mean, that maybe is like hand in hand, because they have a really well spiced and seasoned roast pork as well. I know that you have some of your favorites, and you like when it's savory, when they have some seasoning.
Like a little bite to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this has a bite.
Right,
Really a bite. It's not hot, but
No, not that
does.
way, but
Yeah.
The fact
Between
that
that-
you can, it's just not bland, let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Far
between
from-
that and the sharp provolone, it's one of the more savory cheesesteak bites in the city, I would say. Very often, we like the hot peppers, the cherry peppers on this. I really don't feel like it needs it to take it up that next notch flavor-wise.
Exactly,
This is like
yeah, this stands alone by itself. It's
Flavor
just-
Town by itself.
It's just the way it's perfect.
It's singing a solo all by itself. I kind of forgot how much I actually like this cheesesteak that much, because we do so many on this channel, and there are very different variations, and I say very often that it's steak and cheese and onions together on a roll, and you can't go wrong. But this is special. It is. This is like one of the better ones.
It is, definitely.
It could be one of your favorites. There's some really good ones out there, but certainly at the top. It is usually right about now that I shout out and thank the people involved, but it is with sincere, great appreciation that I would like to thank John Bucci for taking the time to talk to us today, share some of the history. It's really all of the hard work and love and labor that goes into this is often gets lost when you see like iconic places, and it's a great thing and it's a success story. But I mean, they've really gone full limit and really kicked butt here. I really hope you enjoyed this half as much as we did, because this was great fun getting to get the backstory, getting a chance to share some time with John. You would be doing yourself a disservice if you came to Philadelphia and you for some reason did not get here. So thanks for joining us on the adventure. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and
Tell a friend, and have a friend tell a friend.
until the next time, here on Packer Avenue. Peace. Peace.
Again, like I just want to thank our customers that have kept us going over the years, and of course my family, and our friends that have been so supportive through the tough years. So,
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time.
Ah,
It's
it
been
was my
great to get to
pleasure,
talk to
friend.
you.
Same here.
Okay.
God bless.
Ciao.